All right, I'd like to call the Public Works and Protection Committee meeting for September the 3rd, 2024 to order. Roll call, please.
Gary Paul, absent.
Here.
Jay Kruger,
Here.
Kelly Sievers,
Here.
John Burnett,
Here.
Joanne Eclade.
Here.
Okay, pledge allegiance, please. No changes to the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda, please?
Move to approve. Second.
We have first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Action on number 5A, action on the minutes.
Move to approve.
A second.
Second.
There we go. Way to jump in, Gary.
I'm listening.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Action item 6A. Consider an act on Class B beer license for Playful Pursuits LLC, DBA Green Bay Axe. Chris?
Thank you. Playful Pursuits LLC, doing business as Green Bay Axe, is requesting approval of a Class B beer license for 2180 South Ridge Road, number 1. Breakout Green Bay LLC, doing business as Green Bay Axe, were the previous owners. And from my understanding, they're keeping everything the same. We do have one of the owners and a representative online to answer any questions, and all paperwork and corresponding fee has been filed accordingly.
Okay, does anybody have any questions?
So it's just a change of ownership.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is just kind of the change of ownership. Am I correct, Chris?
That's correct.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
I'll move.
The change of ownership, I don't have a problem with. I guess the only question I have, axe throwing has always been a little discussion since it began. Public safety is the question. Have we had any complaints at the property prior to this new owner?
Not that we're aware of.
Nothing? Okay. All right. I don't have a problem then.
I'll move to approve. Second.
We have a first and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 6B, consider act on an amendment to the Stormwater Utility Ordinance regarding the billing process. Joel, I'm guessing.
I can start with this one,
Okay.
Jay. Let me just share my screen. Okay, it's kind of a way of explanation here. So kind of similar to what I did last meeting, that I accidentally uploaded the kind of corrected version in your packet. So what you're seeing in the packet is actually the approved and accepted version, and I forgot to, it automatically accepts the track changes. So I'm sharing the screen to kind of look at what the actual changes were to the ordinance. So staff has kind of taken a look at seeing some efficiencies into this ordinance, this specific section of the code under chapter 22 of billing for stormwater utility. And the changes here is what you're seeing. The proposal in this ordinance amendment is to bill or send the stormwater utility billing simply to the property owner. How it's currently written right now is that it is designated for either or, the owner or the tenant. And Steve's here, he can discuss as to the whys and the actual, the meat of why the changes is, what it is. Right now, I just wanted to show you what the actual changes are to that, and this is what it shows.
Yeah, so it's really more of an administrative issue. There's approximately about 900 parcels that are multi-tenant. What comes down to it is when they, switch tenants, we're not aware of that. And so Green Bay Water Utility does our billing, and they get multiple phone calls and trying to decipher who the bill goes to. So it'd be a lot cleaner on our end if we send the bill right to the property owner and let them do, how they decipher and break it up.
Have we sent any notification to these different property owners? Because obviously this is gonna all of a sudden become a shock to them.
It will, yeah. So we're looking to institute, if it goes through approval, like in January.
Okay.
But we have a letter prepared that we notify them and get all those bugs and questions answered prior to any official billing going through.
I think it makes sense. I get the problem that you had before, yeah.
And sometimes the other thing I guess comes into play, we do updates with the Brown County aerial photos. So sometimes those, the impervious service changes, so then we're sending out those revised invoices, and then if the tenants have changed, and then there's a lot of questions that come up, so.
Yeah, so this will be similar to another ordinance change that will eventually come forward with regards to fire inspection fees as well. So those are parsed out based on the actual tenants. Same challenge is that those tenants change frequently. There are situations where you may have an existing structure and maybe it's a multi-tenant type structure, multi-suite building. And now a tenant previously had 1 suite in a 4-suite building, and they've expanded. Now they've expanded into the 2nd suite, and it's really difficult to track how much space individuals have, and we routinely are kind of behind the 8 ball on that. So to Steve's point, getting these before you early so that we have a few months in order to provide information and education to our parcel property owners, so that come January when it goes into effect, they have the information prior to receiving that bill.
Okay. Any further questions? If not, to entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Got a first and a second. Any further discussion?
Has this been a lifelong project? I mean, the water system is not new to Ashwaubenon, and multi-tenants isn't new. Is this, like I said, is this a new problem?
No, it's been an issue since the stormwater utility was formed back in 2012. It's more of a stormwater issue than a water billing issue, because water billing is based on the water usage. They have meters in each building or wherever the user is, but stormwater is based just on impervious surface. So when you have these multi-tenant facilities or these properties, how we divide it up could be arbitrary based on parking spaces or rooftop usage. It just gets really convoluted. So we've kind of been fighting it for a little while here. We're just trying to clean it up.
All right, thank you.
All right, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Items for next agenda, I'm sure at this point we don't know. So then I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
We have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.